okay? For instance, you'll see a guy headlining at the Spear. They probably be getting a couple of $1 million. But you'll see a guy on the undercard of a big show probably making more money than that guy.
Floyd, I saw a thing this morning, him talking about keeping his money clean, stuffing hundreds of thousands of dollars in a plastic bag. These guys don't need money. A lot of times when you get these great champions fighting well past their prime, it's to make cash.
Terence Crawford will whoop his ass. He would beat Floyd Mayweather. I'm telling you right now, he will beat Floyd Mayweather too.
Terence Crawford has pushed back against Floyd Mayweather, saying the call-out is about money, not competition. Crawford made it clear he has no interest in fighting Mayweather and said he never even considered that matchup. In his view, these kinds of fights aren't about proving who's greater, but about building hype for massive paydays. Crawford believes Mayweather is more focused on money than real competition, pointing to his exhibition bouts since retirement. He added that while Mayweather had his time, this era belongs to him, and he won't let money-driven challenges distract him from what he's already accomplished in boxing.
But I know how you is. You be sizing niggas up, bro. Keep it a stack. Did you in your head size up Floyd? Like, you know what I'm saying? If we was ever... Keep it real, bro. Keep it real.
I'm never that type of guy. I think that's some grimy shit. Always been happy for him, been a fan of his, and I never imagined us fighting.
Yeah.
I never looked at him like, man, I know I'll be this.
But you capping, bro. I know you thought like fantasy fight me versus Floyd, nah?
Never. I never just was with a person and looked at him like, man, I'll be this, that. Never. That's some hating type shit to me.
Yeah, like plotting.
I ain't never been that type of person ever.
Critics believe Floyd Mayweather's recent return to the spotlight has more to do with money than legacy. Once praised for his elite defense and perfect record, Mayweather now appears focused on exhibition fights that bring huge paydays but offer little competitive meaning. Analysts often point to how openly he shows off his wealth, noting that he doesn't need the money, yet still keeps taking these bouts. Because of this, many fans feel that since retiring, Mayweather's priorities have shifted away from real competition and toward profit, which has left some disappointed with how his career has evolved.
Floyd, I saw a thing this morning, him talking about keeping his money clean, stuffing hundreds of thousands of dollars in a plastic bag. These guys don't need money. A lot of times when you get these great champions fighting well past their prime, it's to make cash. We see it a lot. These two don't seem to need the money. So I don't understand the need to do this. When talked about it, Mike Tyson said, I still can't believe Floyd wants to really do this. It's going to be detrimental to his health, but he wants to do it. So it's signed and it's happening. Hey, when Mike fought Jake Paul, a lot was made of him being 58 years old. He's in tremendous shape. I mean, I saw him, and even in there, right? He couldn't get going at the rate that he expected, but early, he was fighting like Mike Tyson. Floyd Mayweather's much younger, but he's so much smaller. So I get why Mike is like, yo, I don't know what this dude wants to do. Because there was a world where no one would ever thought that those guys would end up in the ring together. And again, they don't need money. I imagine, though, it's going to be a boatload of money.
Former world champion Timothy Bradley has been very vocal about a potential matchup between Terence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather. He argues that Mayweather has historically had trouble against southpaws, and believes Crawford's versatile style would give Floyd serious problems. Bradley says Crawford has exactly the tools Mayweather struggles with, including the ability to switch stances, precise timing, and strong in-fight adaptability. He downplays Floyd's untouchable reputation, claiming Crawford's dynamic approach would find ways through his defense. Bradley even went as far as to say Mayweather isn't as effective when facing fighters like Crawford, a take that has only intensified the debate between fans on both sides.
Absolutely. But Terence Crawford will whoop his ass. He would beat Floyd Mayweather. I'm telling you right now, he will beat Floyd Mayweather too. He will beat him too. He got everything it takes to beat Floyd. Floyd struggled in the first half against Zab Judah. Zab Judah, a damn terrific fighter, but he ain't no damn Terence Crawford. especially from the southpaw position. Floyd didn't like fighting southpaws. Floyd reached with that right hand. You think he's going to reach against one of the best back foot counterpunchers in the game? He going to reach with that right hand against Crawford? He going to get slept reaching with that backhand, the way he reaches with that. That level change backhand he throws too? No, man, that pull jab he does too, that ain't going to work. That is not going to work. Floyd got a 72-inch reach. Yeah, he had quickness, fast reflexes. However, Crawford got all of that too. He got all of that too. And he got a 75-inch reach. Great counterpuncher. Can concentrate all night. Can put pressure on Floyd. He can even invite Floyd in. Yep. I noticed. Floyd's not having success. He started to step on the gas. That's what he do. And he gonna run into problems with Crawford because Crawford hits harder than him. Crawford is the most complete fighter that I've ever witnessed in real life.
On the other side of the argument, many analysts say it's unfair to put Crawford and Mayweather side by side. They point out that Floyd's resume is packed with elite names, while Crawford, in their view, hasn't consistently faced the same level of competition. From this perspective, the comparison feels uneven. While Crawford's accomplishments are impressive, they argue they don't yet carry the same historical weight as Mayweather's. These voices emphasize that Mayweather's legacy is already locked in, while Crawford is still adding to his, and shouldn't be placed on the same level too soon.
Everybody acting like Bud is the second coming of Mayweather. Y'all got the game fucked up. Mayweather actually didn't get hit. Bud gets hit by dudes that, like, who on Bud's resume is an equivalent of someone on Floyd's resume? So that's it right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, Floyd not getting hit by elites, Bud getting hit by non-elites, and somehow y'all think Canelo not about to...
Boxing commentator Showbiz the Adult shared a bold take, saying Terence Crawford deserves to be ranked above Floyd Mayweather for one main reason. He pointed to Crawford's win over Canelo Alvarez, arguing that Floyd, despite his greatness, would never have taken a risk like that. Showbiz emphasized that Crawford moved up in weight to face a dangerous opponent who was still in his prime. He contrasted that with Mayweather's more calculated approach, where fights were often timed to his advantage. In his view, that willingness to take major risks boosts Crawford's legacy beyond Mayweather's carefully managed career, a stance that challenges the long-held idea that Floyd is untouchable in boxing history.
Why is Terence Bud Crawford greater than Floyd Mayweather? Or better than Floyd Mayweather? Greater is a little bit different. Greater is impact, resume, all that shit, but better. Terence Bud Crawford, after what he did last night, is better than Floyd Mayweather because there is no way Floyd Mayweather would attempt to do that crazy shit. See, that's the insane Sugar Ray Leonard versus Marvelous Marvin Hagler after being gone for 5 years type shit. Never being at middleweight, first fight at middleweight, being against Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Terence Bud Crawford never been on middleweight shit. The most he's been is super welterweight, and he was only there once. And he's fighting at 168 against one of the greatest super middleweights of all time, one of the greatest middleweights of all time, pound for pound, one of the greatest fighters of all time, reigning undisputed champion at super middleweight. That is unheard of, and that's something that Floyd Mayweather wouldn't even attempt to do.
Terence Crawford has openly shown frustration with the constant comparisons to Floyd Mayweather. He's made it clear he has no interest in fighting Floyd, pointing out that Mayweather ruled a different era. Crawford believes this is his time, and instead of looking back, fans should focus on what he's accomplishing right now. While he fully respects Floyd's greatness, he insists their legacies shouldn't be mixed together. In his view, the non-stop talk of a matchup is unfair, since Mayweather is retired and long past his prime, while Crawford is still in the middle of building his dominance.
Everyone is going to start making comparisons with your legacy to Floyd Mayweather. How do you feel you compare with Floyd with the resume you have now?
Listen, Floyd was the greatest in his era. I'm the greatest in my era. It ain't no need to compare me to Floyd or Floyd to me.
You talk the talk and you sure walk the walk. Your confidence and aura is on another level. Could we see a run as a light heavyweight?
Nah, we ain't going up that much.
Danny Garcia, who has shared the ring with elite competition himself, gave a measured response when asked who would win between Mayweather and Crawford. Rather than picking a side, he suggested the fight would probably end in a draw. Garcia explained that Mayweather's elite defense and Crawford's adaptable offense could balance each other out. His take reflects the high level of respect both fighters command, with many believing their skills are so evenly matched that even a hypothetical matchup wouldn't produce a clear winner. Garcia's comments added yet another layer to the ongoing debate between supporters of both champions.
Crawford has the tools to beat him. He has the long arms. He switches lefty and righty, but Floyd was pinpoint accuracy, tremendous defense. I just think whoever at 147, that's tough. I don't know. A draw.
Okay, what about Oscar De La Hoya and Crawford at 54?
Oh man, Oscar was a hell of a fighter, man. I think they could beat each other, to be honest. I think Oscar could beat him. Oscar's a hell of a fighter. He got great jab, good footwork. Oscar was a tremendous fighter. I feel like people really overlook his resume. He's an Olympic gold medalist. That's the hardest thing probably to get. It's harder than the world title.
Former world champion Shane Mosley believes Floyd Mayweather's size would be his biggest weakness against Terence Crawford. Mosley argues that while Floyd was technically brilliant, he would struggle to handle Crawford's power, reach, and overall versatility. He feels Mayweather's defensive style could be worn down by Crawford's ability to switch stances and control the ring using his physical advantages. In Mosley's view, that's the key difference. Floyd dominated fighters closer to his own size, but against a naturally bigger and stronger Crawford, the gap would simply be too much. His comments underline how size, not just skill, can be decisive in hypothetical matchups.
Even though I've got serious personal differences with Terence Crawford, and I have ethical issues with Terence Crawford in the way that he negotiated certain things and certain things went down. However, at this point in his career, and I really believe since he's at 135 pounds, there's no question the greatness and how terrific a fighter he is. So after he beats Canelo Alvarez and becomes the undisputed champion in his third weight division, people start asking the question of whether or not he's better than Floyd Mayweather Jr. And I think that is a fair question. And the reason that I say that is because they're the same size. They're the same size. They fought by and large in the same weight classes, and dominated right after one another. Really, there was the period of Andre Ward in between them. I would love to throw Andre Ward in the conversation, but I don't think that the comparison is as clean and easy to make between Terence Crawford and Andre Ward as it is between Terence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather Jr. Just again, because of the similarity in the weight classes that they fought in. So when Shane Mosley chimed in and talked about the two, my ears perked up. Perked up because if you recall, Shane Mosley was the one that gave Floyd Mayweather Jr. his most dangerous fight, without a doubt. His most dangerous fight, the one where Shane Mosley landed on Floyd Mayweather 2 times and rocked him in the first round. Shane was an older fighter. Floyd bared down and won the fight.
Showbiz the Adult added more balance to the Crawford-Mayweather discussion by addressing how Crawford's win over Canelo has reignited talks about his legacy matching, or even surpassing, Floyd's. However, he warned against reducing the debate to one fight, stressing that legacies are far more complex. While Crawford's victory was historic, Mayweather's career represents decades of dominance across multiple weight classes. According to Showbiz, any fair comparison has to consider consistency, the level of opposition faced, and long-term impact on the sport. His take recognizes Crawford's greatness while still respecting the legacy Mayweather has already secured.
I'd add a heavyweight to my Mount Rushmore. My Mount Rushmore is best boxers. Greatest is different. Greatest is impact. Now you're talking Floyd Mayweather, you're talking Muhammad Ali, you're talking, all those guys, Sugar Ray Robinson, everybody. But this is best. And sadly, when it comes to the heavyweight division, just by nature, the little guys are the better guys, okay? Not only are they better skill-wise, they have more opportunity to do greater things. Because they're small, they could go up weight classes, they can kind of test themselves more. The heavyweight division is at the top of the mountain. all right? So they're the badasses of the badasses. You kind of go up to them, but they can't push themselves up much more, except for within their weight classes. They fight a very big guy or whatnot, like Usyk did with Tyson Fury.
Trainer Stephen "Breadman" Edwards offered a refreshing take on the situation. He urged fans and media to stop forcing comparisons and allow Crawford to fully enjoy his recent success. Breadman stressed that Crawford's win over Canelo was a rare, special moment that deserves to be celebrated on its own, without dragging Floyd Mayweather into the conversation. He also criticized the immaturity of debates that constantly try to pit fighters against each other for no real reason. In his view, Floyd is retired and shouldn't even be part of the discussion. The focus, he said, should stay on Crawford's achievements and giving him proper credit without overshadowing them with endless comparisons.
To Floyd.
You know, man, I don't really want to compare them right now, Hans, if we seeing everything that's going on with Floyd and Roy. You know what I mean? And, you know, they competitive guys. Next thing you know, Bud and Floyd will be mad at each other, man, and wanting to fight because people is like putting them against each other. Let's just enjoy the moment. I don't know. It's a close fight. You know, it's things Floyd do better. It's things that Bud do better. But I'd rather not say, because I'm not going to just lie and just say nothing, like, and make up something just to, I got my opinion on, you know, how the fights will go, and, you know, but I think we should just let the man enjoy his great moment. He's a great fighter. And I see a lot of immature stuff, and I don't like the way things is going with Floyd and Roy. They two guys that a lot of the younger guys look up to, and they taking shots at each other in the media because of the who's better and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, I just want to see Bud enjoy his moment. And, you know, unfortunately, they didn't fight. You know, they could have made, they kind of two different eras, though. Even though they was fighting at the same time, Floyd kind of was doing his different thing over there with PBC, and Bud's a lot young, about 10 years younger than him. So it didn't happen, and we got to just live with it.
The boxing world remains split, and the debate shows no signs of slowing down. Some fans argue that Terence Crawford would have the edge over Floyd Mayweather because of the risks he's taken and the challenges he's overcome, most notably moving up in weight to beat Canelo Alvarez. Others insist that Mayweather's undefeated record and defensive mastery cannot be ignored. The reality may be that both fighters are great in their own ways, each representing different eras and styles. This ongoing discussion highlights just how much both have shaped the sport, leaving distinct legacies that continue to spark admiration and heated debate among fans.
I used to think that the size difference was too much, that Canelo Alvarez was like, man, how are they going to do this? He's 168, Terence Crawford's 147. But seeing what I've seen from Canelo Alvarez and seeing what I've seen from Terence Crawford, and while Terence Crawford didn't look great in his last fight, he looked awesome against Errol Spence. But to me, Terence Crawford is as good as they come. He's another all-time great. He's a legend. He's one of the best that I've seen from a pound-for-pound standpoint. But to me, Terence Crawford, he's older, but a lot less wear and tear. He turned pro in 2008, but he has 41 fights to his name. Canelo Alvarez has 63. Canelo Alvarez also has taken more shots, has been in more wars, quote unquote, whereas Terence Crawford was just beating everybody's ass for a very long time. And almost all of his fights have been one-sided. And two, I think Terence Crawford's going to beat him in September. I don't know how.
Eris believes Terence Crawford is going to win. He admitted he used to worry about the size difference. Canelo Alvarez at 168 pounds versus Crawford at 147. But after watching both fighters, he's convinced Crawford has the edge. While Crawford didn't look spectacular in his most recent fight, Eris points out how dominant he was against Errol Spence. He calls Crawford one of the best pound-for-pound fighters he's ever seen, a true all-time great and a legend in his own right. Eris also notes that Crawford has had less wear and tear in his career. Turning pro in 2008, he's fought 41 times, while Alvarez has 63 bouts and has taken more damage over the years. Most of Crawford's fights have been one-sided, where he decisively outclassed his opponents. For these reasons, Eris predicts that Crawford will beat Alvarez in September. He's not sure exactly how it will happen, but he's confident Crawford will come out on top.
Terence Crawford defeated Saul Canelo Alvarez to become the new undisputed super middleweight champion and achieving GOAT status of his era. A lot of people are wondering now, what could be the next step for Terence Crawford? And to be honest with you, There's a couple options. The great man himself did state a move to middleweight division could be his next step, and of course a certain someone caught wind of this. With this interview, Janabek posted this with 2 emojis with a thumbs up and an A-OK, and to be honest with you guys, I would love this matchup here. I mean, Janabek is one of the most feared and avoided boxers in the entire game today. And look, stylistically, this could be an absolute epic matchup. I mean, the boxing IQ and thunderous power in Janabek versus the GOAT himself. Who wouldn't want to see that? But of course, there are rumors that Carlos Adames could be Janabek's next opponent, and that could be a huge unification to see who's the top dog at 160. But after that, who knows, man? And of course, the next option could be the rematch between Saul Canelo Alvarez. And for me, I would absolutely love to see this. I mean, the first time round was absolutely amazing to see Terence Crawford achieve greatness. But to do it again, guys, who wouldn't want to see this? And to be honest with you, it could be even bigger than the first time round. Or option 3, in my opinion, could be retirement. I mean, what he's achieved in the game is absolutely unbelievable. Undisputed, not once, not twice, but 3 times, and defeating the guy, the man himself, Saul Canelo Alvarez, to achieve that. What more is there to achieve at this point right now, guys, honestly? But look, knowing Bud, I'm pretty sure retirement is out of the question. Well, at least for now. But after what he's achieved, no one can question what he decides to do next. And look, guys, for me, even if his next move is to go to middleweight, best believe I'll be there to watch it, guys. But guys, what's your thoughts about all this? And what do you think Terence Crawford should do next? Let me know.